In this video, I will share with you 6 reasons of why men become players and can you get a player to commit. Hello, my name is Greta Berishida. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high-value women secrets, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And today's video is all about why do men play these games? Why are they becoming such players? And what can you do about it? And can you actually get this type of guy to commit? But just before I will share with you all those 6 things, why don't you go ahead to my website and check out my book? It's called Devoted Relationships. If you would love to become a woman of high value and have a long-term, happy and healthy relationship. So now, without further ado, reason number 1. So the reason number 1 is when guys don't know how to get the girls, when we literally want to have a girlfriend or we want to date somebody, but we have no idea how to approach her. Perhaps we didn't have a good father example or just a male figure that we could copy or who would teach them how to approach a woman in a healthy way so she's valued and respected and you still get to have a girl. So what these guys do, they look for help. And sometimes when we look for help in all the wrong places. And let's face it, nowadays we actually can get help in all the wrong places, such as pickup artist YouTube videos or just going to the library or bookstore and picking up that pickup artist book. So if you have no clue on how to get women, and when you go to the pickup store and you get that book and then you learn everything by heart, well, that's how you become a player. Because what do we teach you in those books? They teach you kind of right and wrong. We teach you chaos and drama. We tell you some things that are actually quite good. And we tell you some things that are actually quite bad. And when you think about it, so I'm not sure is it appropriate for me to say it on this YouTube video, but when you think about it, it's how the devil works, right? He mixes up the truth. So he mixes up good with bad, and this is how he confuses people. Because if everything in those books were just purely bad, nobody would read it. But when you mix it up, you confuse people, you confuse guys' mind, and we start to truly believe it. And then we blindly follow it. And especially if the guy wasn't raised with strong values, if he wasn't raised with strong mindset, what's right and what's wrong, these pickup artist books can completely change your direction in life towards women from the bad angle. Number 2 reason why men become players is perhaps he had a bad father figure, a bad father example. Maybe his father was in and out of the relationship or in and out of marriage. Maybe he was cheating on his mother. And you know, a lot of guys rebel from these type of fathers. We kind of hate them and we say my dad was very toxic and all of that. However, even when you grew up in a toxic environment and your dad is not the best, what happens, because you grow up in that environment, you picked up those strategies, those skills from your toxic father. And what happens, you know those skills. So in the future, you end up using these skills. So of course, it doesn't happen every single time, but a lot of times this is the influence towards the children on how not to respect women and how to treat them bad. As the saying goes, apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Number 3 reason why men become pickup artists, why men become big players is friends influence or society influence. So if you look on YouTube or any social media or just take advice by some friends, they will say, oh, this is so cool if you sleep around, when you're the boss, every girl will want you, every girl will compete for you, every girl will fight for you. It's so cool to be rich and wealthy and have all of these Bugattis and 10 chicks by your side. So men get the wrong idea of what's cool and what's good and what are the cool society norms. And unfortunately, we're trying to be cool and we pick up a lot of bad advice from their friends, thinking that if he'll follow this way, he's gonna be the bomb. Number 4 would be a lot of men get angry with women because, let's face it, not every girl is an angel either, right? And guys get into the relationships and we are taken advantage of. They are being cheated on. You know, sometimes guy gets into a relationship, does all the right things, and a woman uses him. And when he gets hurt, he gets angry, he gets rebellious, his heart is broken, right? So a lot of men protect themselves, or we try to protect themselves by putting on this player image because we are scared to get vulnerable again and get hurt. And let's face it, when we deal with heartbreaks, it hurts everybody. It hurts women and it hurts men. And sometimes the effect of a heartbreak actually lingers longer in men than in women. Number 5, fear of commitment. So a lot of men don't believe in marriage anymore because, again, changing society norms, or seeing his mom or dad getting divorced and seeing all kinds of consequences. When people deal with divorce, usually the children get to experience all kind of wars between the parents. We hear all kind of names being called. You know, the father might be talking a lot of bad things about the mother, and the mother might be talking a lot of bad things about the father. And the child is going through this toxic cycle and he's picking things up. And then, unfortunately, what happens for long term, men start to get commitment issues. We go like, if everyone is getting divorced, what is the point of a relationship? What is the point of marriage? And unfortunately, these types of situations impact men, and we don't want commitment anymore, or we get scared of commitment, or we don't see the point in the commitment and we just use girls for short term, or we just stop believing in marriage. And here comes the number 6, but don't go away because I'll tell you after this on how to get a guy who's a player, how to get him to commit, because not every single player is a lost case. Okay, so anyway, here comes the number 6. And number 6 is more because the guy is insecure. So he is looking, so he is dating many women for his own validation, for his own ego stroke, to feel more valuable. So whenever he talks to many girls, or a lot of girls are giving him attention, he's feeling better about himself. So he's basically dating many girls at the same time for self-confidence boost, for self-esteem boost, for ego stroke, because he's insecure and he thinks that this is the way to feel better. Because let's face it, when you get attention, when you get lots of attention, it does make us feel better, but of course it's shallow, and it's not the correct thing that makes you value and love yourself, you know, but it helps for short term, and a lot of men get addicted to that, and this is how it goes. So now let's talk about, can player type of guys turn into good men, and can you get one to commit? So the answer is yes and no. I had a lot of clients that have been dating player type of guys, and many of them got married to these guys, and those guys are like Prince Charming. They are absolutely amazing and unbelievably good, even though they were playing a lot of games in the beginning. Whereas I have also plenty of clients where the guys were playing games and it just didn't work out. It's just like, it's just too much game. The guys are too stubborn. We just keep disrespecting and doing the thing wrong. And then you just let go of guy like that. So it's subjective. You know, my advice would be, if you learn the strategies and techniques on what makes a man interested in a woman, and if you protect yourself by learning how not to be naive and understanding the games men play, that way you can give a player a shot and not get hurt, because you're being logical, you're being wise, and you're protecting yourself. And then sometimes really incredible things happen that we see happily ever after, and sometimes it doesn't work out. So if you have all the high value knowledge, I would say you have nothing to lose and give it a shot. But if you don't have this knowledge, if you don't understand the games that well, you know, then I would say don't step into it, because most likely you'll get used, abused, and hurt. You know, so if you would like a player to commit, I'm sure I have a video on that, and just follow the link. I'll drop it somewhere here. Or just book me for coaching and I'll hold your hand and we'll give it our best shot and we'll see what happens with that. You know, and as I said, you never know until you're truly high value and when you see how a guy responds to that. Because a lot of players love high value women because we can't play them. So we keep coming back for more. And basically we keep investing and investing and investing and investing, thinking that eventually you will play the girl. But what happens through all of this investing, he actually falls in love himself. And when a guy is in love, the whole world starts to change and he starts to treat you really, really nice, really kind. He starts to cherish and adore you. This is how a player responds to a good, smart, wise woman. He eventually falls in love with her. However, it doesn't work every single time, because some guys, they play these type of games where there is no investment, you know, so he keeps trying to get your attention by nagging at you or doing something disrespectful or asking you out at the last minute. And then of course, because there is so much disrespect in there, you just don't even entertain this type of guy, you know. However, sometimes these guys, when we see you're not accepting the last minute, then what we do, we change what we're offering. So then we start to ask you in advance, you know, and then you meet him in advance, and then because you're raising your standard, he raises his standard at how he treats you, and then good things can happen. So if you want to give it a shot, as I said, book me for coaching or check out my video somewhere here. So if you liked this video, please press like. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think? Join my High Value Women's School. It's a free Facebook group, and it's ladies helping each other out how to be high value and bring out the best in their guys. I also have videos for sale, such as how to go from single to a happy, healthy relationship. I literally break everything down there. I have a video for sale, how to stay attractive via text, so how to text a guy so he stays interested in you. I have all the texting examples there. It's a really good video. I have a video for sale, how to get an ex-bag. I have a video for sale to understand and learn differences between men and women, because a lot of people don't believe in differences between men and women, but there are so many. And if you want to have a healthy relationship or healthy marriage, you need to get that video. I also have High Value Women course for sale, where you can just learn how to be high value by yourself just by watching the course. And again, if you want one-on-one with me, I'm here to guide you, hold your hand and guide you how to become a woman of high value and have a happy, healthy relationship. So thank you so much for watching. Lots of love, kisses from London.